Your son Christian.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know how to get into the story, but I mean, other than saying it did not have the outcome that we would have hoped for. Christian passed away at the age of 5 after being diagnosed with rhabdomyosarcoma.
Well done.
Thank you. That was a hard one. So he's not with us, but you're here, and I'm wondering, I know it's a wonderful hospital, but why did you want to come back and be a part of Radiothon?
I was just talking about this with Dr. Brindle, actually, about how difficult it is to come back here. And people might think, well, why would you want to come and talk about the Children's Hospital when your son passed away? But there are so many great things about this hospital that I can't not come back and talk about the great things that they did for us, because even though Christian's gone, they gave us a lot of hope, and they gave us a lot more time with him, so that we do have a lot of great memories of Christian that we would not otherwise have had. And it gives us a chance to honor Christian and to say his name and to make sure that he's not forgotten.
802-2700 call. I mean, this. We want to make sure that we don't have these stories. That every story, like I can't think of a better way to say it. That every story has a happy ending, and it's only $18 a month. 802-2700. Chris.
I believe Christian's looking down on us, and I spent 2 years here with him, and I know he would want us to be here. So I'm going to speak from his point of view, because, you know, lots of kids are here today to tell you what they go through here and how important it is for them. So I know what Christian would say, how much he was loved here by everyone. How many fun times he had through the horrible times, that it was, everybody worked as a team to do the best they could for him. From surgeons, from oncology doctors, from the nurses, who are just, nurses here are angels on earth. And, you know, we'd go home and we'd be nervous, and you almost want to come back here because the professionals are here to take care of him. And we're here today because Christian, I try to model myself, because I know he's looking down from heaven on me, and I want to do what's best and please him, because he pleased us so much, and he taught us so much in those 5 short years.
802-2700. It's got to be so tough to come back, but I really respect what you guys are doing and honoring him and his memory, and that's really wonderful. And 802-2700 to become a miracle maker, and a testament to the family and the atmosphere here too is, I know she's not saying anything, but I'm going to just let you know that she's here, and that's Dr. Brindle, who's sitting right beside me, and she was, you know, with you guys this whole way through, and I mean, I hear that she did as much as she could do, like you said, to give you guys extra time, and speak to that.
Well, when Christian was diagnosed, you talked to the oncology doctors first, but Dr. Brindle came in as the surgeon, and it was a stressful day that day, just hearing the diagnosis, and but she created that trust relationship right off the get-go. And that was early in the journey, and there was lots of up and downs through Christian's journey. She did the initial tumor resection was 12 hours long, and Dr. Brindle took care of that, and was a 12 hours she worked over my boy, and did everything perfectly, and gave us time then. Christian was tumor-free for about 9 months after that first initial surgery. His 6-month scan after showed regrowth, and it grew so fast in a week after that scan, it blocked his bowel. And so we were sat down with our oncologist, and Mary was there, and Christian's in a lot of pain. He's throwing up because anything he puts down comes right back up. And we were told this is where the end's starting to begin. This is how it looks. So they talked about this bypass surgery that Dr. Brindle could complete to at least allow Christian to have the medication he needed to distract the pain and maybe drink and have some liquid food, right? Because at the same time he's starving, and as parents you can't even give your child food, and because you know he's going to either be sick or it's going to cause more pain, and to watch your child go through that is, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. So we had that conversation, and at the time, Dr. Brindle was supposed to be away the next day. So she gave us the time. She said, you know, I could do it tonight, or you could wait, and another surgeon could do it tomorrow, and we can do this. So Meg and I had some time to talk, and so we went with Dr. Brindle. You know, chances were good with Dr. Brindle. But again, we knew that this was just to do the bypass, not to. So he went in at 9 o'clock at night and came back out at 12. And Dr. Brindle came to talk to us, and she said, I did the bypass surgery, but I got it all. We're like, you got it all? Got what? And she's like, I got the tumor out too. And right there, Meg and I looked at each other and we said the exact same words. We won the lottery. Now, it wasn't money, but it was time. And the time led to our Make-A-Wish trip. It led to one more Christmas with Christian. And that's why we're here.
802-2700. $18 a month. For just $18 a month. 802-2700, and you can become a miracle maker in it. This story didn't have the ending that we want, but man, the expertise here and the cutting edge technology they have here, at least the best they could do was buy some time and give you more time. And really, that in this circumstance, that is winning the lottery. You know, every
Absolutely.
Single second is precious, and to have, you know, one more Christmas, one more day is so important.
802-2700, 802-2700. Become a miracle maker, just $18 a month.
So, talking about, I was thinking back to what you were saying earlier about his time here at the hospital. He had as much fun as he could. I heard a story about his Star Wars collection. And,
He was pretty famous for his Star Wars collection in the hospital. I can remember, every time we came to the hospital, when he was first diagnosed, the Christmas before, he had gotten his first Star Wars man, one, in his stocking. And by the time we were 2 years in, he had two, never mind food, he had 2 trays, bedside tables, loaded with Star Wars guys. And they would go one night before we were unfortunately admitted to the ICU to help him control his pain. The men had to come with us. So we rolled him from the Unit 1 over to the ICU, and his Star Wars men came behind on their trays, and they were in the room. And after his gigantic tumor resection surgery that Chris had spoken about, they had a hard time keeping him. He was sedated for almost a week afterwards, intubated, and they tried very hard to keep him asleep, and he would wake up and point at his men and want you to play with them, stand them up, do something. But his Star Wars guys, they went everywhere with him.
he had to have his army with him.
Yeah, they were his support group, so...
802-2700, $18 a month. That's all it takes to become a miracle maker and keep this hospital so important. Become a miracle maker. It's less than 60 cents a day, and it's changing lives. It's improving lives, and I can't stress enough that these are the stories that have to stop. We have to have happier endings, and that's what we're doing, and it is getting better. We've been doing this radiothon for 11 years, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, every year there's more and more happy endings to these stories. Every single year, more and more hope.
And you know, sorry guys, I just want to say that this didn't end the way we had hoped that it would end. But in the 2 years that we spent at the hospital, we have some of the most amazing memories because of the Children's Hospital. And children, when they're sick, are famous for being troopers and resilient and, quickly, let's deal with this pain so that I can get on to have some fun. And the Children's Hospital made that possible. Even though we couldn't leave and go home and have fun, we had fun here, whether it was through the music therapy program or Chantel or Cindy from the Child Life coming to bring him whatever he wanted.
Wednesday bingo.
Anything, Wednesday bingo, my other children enjoying Emily's backyard, whatever Christian wanted. I remember a few weeks before before he got really, really sick, and he really wanted to watch Star Wars, and they didn't have it at the hospital. And I know that Chantel went over to the mall and bought a Blu-ray and bought the DVDs or whatever he needed so that he could watch it. Just because that's what he wanted.
And that's what this hospital is like.
Yeah. Whatever they need to make them happy, they'll get it for you.
Yeah.
And the determination of the doctors and the surgeons.
802-2700. We're on the home stretch for today, and then we're starting again tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. So just before we let you guys go and wrap it up for today, people need to call that number, 802-2700. This is a very special place, and being a miracle maker is very special. And that $18 a month that you're pledging goes to so many different areas, from equipment to research to, I could list something as long as my arm, but why should people call?
Well, first of all, 2 nurses that were there the night Kristen passed away are holding my son right now while we're here at the hospital. It's just, there's not words. Like, you don't know what tomorrow holds. You don't know. Megan had a grocery list. Do you think you got groceries on January 19th? No. It changed, and this is the place to come. This is where you get help for your child, and they want to do the best job. They have the best interests for your child at heart, and they're trying their best to make them better, and that's why.
7 children every day are diagnosed with cancer in Canada, so tomorrow it could be your child. And this is where you want to be, and you want them to have the best equipment, best doctors, nurses, programs, so that's why you need to call in.
802-2700, and they truly love your children too. They love your children. They care about you. They care about your family. Dr. Brindle has been sitting here the whole time, by the way, listening and sitting right next to the family, and is very. She doesn't want to talk on there. I tried to get her. You don't want to. No, she's shaking.
And the determination.
But the fact that you're here means a lot, and that speaks volumes. And I know it means a whole lot to this family and to everyone here at the Children's Hospital. You're doing miraculous work.
There's a term that comes to mind: full family care. Like, it's not just about the patient, the child that's sick. It's full family care. I mean, there's moms here with children that have to come for their sick child, but they have other children. Dad's working. Everybody's looked after.
802-2700. That is what it's all about, and that's what you are helping with when you become a miracle maker.
Yeah.
$18 a month. 802-2700. Thank you guys so much. I know that was probably really, really difficult,
but really important.
Really important.
Thank
I'm so glad you. So proud of you. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you. Really appreciate that.
Thank you, guys.
It's a Caring for Kids Radiothon, and that pretty much wraps it up.